VamzBeatz.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Heather, and on this channel we'd like to walk a very fine line between a shopping addicted makeup monster and a responsible adult with a makeup hobby. Now, I really enjoy eyeshadow singles, duochromes, multi-chromes, blush, highlight, lip gloss, basically everything except pressed glitter, and today we're going to be playing with the Melt, Muerte, and Vida palettes. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, stick with me, we're getting into it right now. And obviously this is the look that I did with the Muerte palette, which is the first look that I'm putting together because I just could not touch that palette. And I'm so excited to show this look to you guys. So I'm going to show you how we did this look, and then we will get into another look after that. So I'm going to be trying out my first look with Muerte, and I think I got enough pictures and video of this thing when it's still in its like nice format before I ruin it by putting brushes in it. But I'm really excited to play with this one, so let's dive into this one first. I think I'm going to start actually with Noche Eterno, which is this really pretty navy blue here. Like that, so that's a really nice deep navy there. And then I think I'm gonna take Pantheon, which is this shade right here, and I'm gonna smoke that a little bit lower. And then I'm gonna grab a completely empty, like blank brush. Next, I want to cut out my crease using a white base. So I used to use the ColourPop, what was it, the No Filter Concealer, the first one that they had that was really drying. I used to use that as my white base, but I'm going to use this Glam Light Icing one because my ColourPop got destroyed.
VamzBeatz.
And then what I think I'm going to do is take some of Duolo right here, and I'm going to just kind of buff that onto the outer portion of the lid here. I'm going to go back into Noche Eterno, which is that first blue. And what I want to do is do a little bit of like a graphic liner. So I'm going to take this e.l.f. graphic liner. This is in Seafoam, and it's just like this multi-chrome green to purple to, well, it's like a green, blue, purple kind of flip, and I'm gonna paint that just above this white line that I have with the cut crease. And then let me get the rest of my face on, and then we'll come back in and see what I can do with the rest of this look. I do also want to do a bit of like a liner using one of the pigments from the actual palette, so let me try to make this wing here. Goodness only knows how this is going to turn out. And we're going to go in with Katrina, which is the shimmery blue here. A second glitter liner, which is the Bling It On liner from Profusion. This is the shade Wise Sapphire, and it looks a little too messy over here. Let me see if I can fix that. And then I just wanted to tone down how white the lid looks, so I grabbed just a little bit of this shade right here, Angelito, and I'm just tapping that across the lid a little bit. Let me go get the rest of my face on and then I'll be right back. I have foundation, concealer, blush, highlighter, bronzer on, and I think I'm ready to do the lower lash line. I think I want to go very like smoked out, and I'm gonna try this Lagrimas shade and then smoke it with some of the blues here. So let's give that a try. Very low, and then I'm gonna blend some of the deeper colors up. I'm gonna go into Muerte, Eterno. That was that original like navy blue shade. So kind of like that, and then let me take the Pantheon shade, which is that deep gray, and I'm just gonna put that right. And so that's what that is looking like. Let me get on some liner and lashes, and then we need to do something about this inner corner. I'm not quite sure what I want to do yet, but let me get the rest of it on and then I'll be right back. And I did just take a little bit of the metallic blue here, Katrina, this one right here, and I just rubbed it on my finger and tapped it into this outer corner just to again provide a little bit softer of a gradient, and I think that kind of helped gently bring everything together. And I think the inner corner highlight that I'm going to go with is this single. This is from Terra Moon. This is Space Baby. Okay, and let's get a lip on, and then I can back us out and we can talk about this first impression. And this is the finished look using the Melt Muerte palette, which of course has been on my like I want you, I need you, why can't I have you list for a very long time. I've pretty much used everything up until here. I decided to skip over the reds today because I wanted something a little bit more monochromatic. I mean, mint and blue, not necessarily monochromatic, but like more complementary, I think, than the opposing colors. But I think this came out really nice. This is like smoky mermaid vibes, and I'm not mad at it. So you guys will have to let me know what you think of this look, and let's get into the next look. So now I'm going to be doing my look with the Vida palette, and the look that I filmed with the Muerte palette was filmed so long ago, I literally don't even remember what I did. This has been a video that is like forever work in progress, and I'm like, I need to finish this video off. The fact that Melt just re-released the Muerte palette was like, I need to finish this video. So that's where we're at. But we're gonna go in with this palette here, and I think I'm gonna do something kind of like blush drapey. I know Kaleidos, when they did the like neutrals launch that they did, they had a whole bunch of like blush draped photos that looked really, really pretty. So I was thinking about trying something like that out, and I'm sure it's gonna look a little bit crazy, but we're gonna wing it a little bit. So I'm gonna get something kind of like loose and tulip shaped. This is the BH Cosmetics. I want to say this is the Midnight Festival set. This is brush number 3. And I'm gonna go in with the shade Soul first, which is this really pretty orange that I have my blush brush right in front of. And then I'm going to go in with Pan Dolce, which is the shade right next to it, this shade right here. And then I want to go in with like a little bit of this red too, to like kind of amplify that blush a little bit more. So I'll use the same brush but like a super light hand. It looks super crazy, but it will get better, I hope. I'm gonna do a little bit of a gradient, so I'm gonna go with like the yellow green shades here and then build out to these mattes here, finish with the red, and I may do a little bit of deepening up with the dark color there. And so I've kind of built it out in a gradient. I started with Papel Picado, moved into the yellow here, then I moved into this orange and then this brown, and now I'm going to take a little bit of this red and really like smoke out the very outer corner. I know this looks super crazy. I would say trust me, it's going to get better, but I don't trust myself at the moment. And I'm gonna go in with a liner brush and do the really dark shade chocolate, chocolate, I don't know, as like a liner down along the lash line. So looking something like that. And I feel like for this look, like a really nice iridescent like topper would be really pretty over this lid. The two metallics in the actual palettes though are not that. They're very like opaque, and I just don't think that's exactly what I want. So I'll show you some swatches here, but I'm gonna like ad-lib just a smidge. So there's the swatches. I might use a little bit of that green later. Green definitely feels a little bit drier than the other shade. So just a little bit of the green there. Now let's get the right colored iridescent shade. Hold please. Okay, so I swatched out two Cleona shades, and I think I'm going to use this bottom one that's a little bit more orange to let that like fade out, because it will look green at like a side angle. So let's do that. Oh, and I wanted to do some faux freckles. I was feeling maybe that will help kind of tie all this together. Get a little bit of Do I want to use a glitter glue today? Maybe I'll just spray the brush because I want it to be a little bit lighter than that. So something kind of like that, where you see it and then it kind of gradually fades into nothing. I chose not to use a glitter glue like I almost always do because I want to keep that like soft gradient. So I'm just spraying my brush and applying most of it in this inner third here. And then as I'm running out of product, then I'm wiping out to the outer third. That was a Series 2 Iridescent Multichrome from Cleona called Chromatic. Starts out as like a nice orange and then it shifts to like a gold and then like a lime green. And then I'm gonna take that same liner brush that I was using and go into Allegra, which is the metallic orange that we haven't used. All right, I'm gonna just stamp that into the outer.
VamzBeatz.
Let me throw on some mascara quick and grab a lip product. And this is the finished look. What do you guys think? I actually think it looks kind of cute. I'm just checking out, like, it's kind of like mod in a way. I love the drapey orange blush. I love the faux freckles. I think the multi-chrome shadow really adds something to it to kind of give it a little bit of extra pop. And I added a Sephora like kind of skin tone for me cream gel liner in the waterline just to make my eyes look a little bit bigger. For the lip, it's a ColourPop Ultra Blotted Lip, the old formula, in Oh Hi There. I topped it with the Too Faced Sweet Peachsicle Gloss, which remarkably still smells like peaches and seems to be still intact. So this is the finished look for the Vida palette. So in this video, we did looks with both Vida and Muerte, and I think between the two of them, I like the Muerte palette better. I think it's a more unique color story, more interesting. You have these really cool like aqua shades here, these really pretty like dark navies and dark teals, and then some reds. This shade right here, try as I might, I could not replicate in any other palette that claimed to kind of dupe this palette out. So I was really excited to have that shade, and I think it's this really beautiful kind of like grungy shade. The Vida palette, because it is more like warm toned kind of shades, I feel like there is more dupability of this type of palette than there is of the Muerte, but I do think it still made a really pretty look here. I'm definitely happy with how the look came out. You guys will have to let me know in a comment down below. Did you pick up one of the restocked Muerte palettes, or did you have it originally? Does this inspire you to kind of dig it out again? Or is there something in your collection that you're using to kind of dupe the vibes of these palettes? I would really like to know. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you go, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye!